Issues starts now.
When a celebrity gets sick and he goes to the doctor or she goes to a doctor, it's write me the prescription. Write me a prescription. No problem. Nobody wants to say no to a celebrity.
That is true. It is harder to say no. Well, it's harder, I think, for some people, Jen Berman, but give us your thoughts.
I completely agree. I think that many doctors are very taken with the celebrity, and they don't want to lose a celebrity client because for them it could potentially mean business, not only with that client, but also with other people. Oh, I'm so-and-so's doctor. That can carry a lot of weight, and it's unfortunate that many doctors are quick to hand out that prescription when they really shouldn't.
TMZ found a chilling clip.
Violation to say that.
Okay. Well, just jump in there, doctor, real quick.
That's a HIPAA violation to reveal who your patient is. So how is that going to help your business? That's nonsense. And those are doctors who need to get slapped. Absolutely.
Well, there are many doctors that are proud to say that they have a celebrity client and they're afraid to lose that client. I'm not saying all doctors by any means. There are many wonderful doctors out there who don't do that. But there are also a lot of doctors who are not familiar with addiction and are quick to give out a prescription that might be appropriate for a client that does not have an addiction problem, but is not appropriate for someone with an addiction.
Listen, the fact is this. Hang on. The fact is this. How many doctors' offices do we go in Chicago, Boston, and Florida that have celebrities' pictures on their wall? To Dr. Bob, you're the best. Only in Hollywood. People, they see that, they want that. They're going to keep giving celebrities more than what they need or whatever they ask for. Because
well, Scott,
they want that picture. They want that little bit of fame.
That in fact that he did have a doctor problem.
I think all celebrities who are in the recovery or not in recovery, but are taking these things are in the problem. They're all a part of the problem. It's not just young people. It's older people. It's everybody in Hollywood who has to go to a doctor that needs drugs that they don't really need. Nobody needs prescription drugs.
America is in the midst of a drug epidemic. Hang on. Stay with us. We've got more. After he commits these infractions, Jen Berman, after he commits all these infractions and they fail to lock him up, they then take off his ankle bracelet and chuck it and say, run free.
These child predators just don't get better. Our children are never safe as long as these kinds of people are out there, and the law needs to take it a whole lot more seriously and protect our kids.
It would appear there's a lot of drinking going on in the Gardner family, and we would love to hear from them or their attorneys to get their side of the story. In his probation report, Gardner says his uncle, stepfather, and biological father are all alcoholics. His mother and stepfather reportedly belong to some sort of drinking and running club. And how's this for chilling irony? The club held a run on the very same day and in the location where Gardner is accused of attacking Chelsea King. Okay. Oh, actually, that was before. That was in December. That woman, her name was Candace, was a jogger who elbowed this guy in the face and ran away. Listen to this.
You know, I have a real problem with the fact that he was allowed to be there, first of all, and that when news broke of this, and you have a son who has a past like this, as a mother, how can you not at least think about it and think about the possibility of what may have happened and how you may know something?
Jen Berman, here's a shocker. Court documents show Gardner was taking at least 8 different psychiatric medications while living with his mother, including Ritalin, Zoloft, and Paxil. What do you make of that?
Well, I mean, if someone is prescribing, someone thinks that this guy is depressed. Clearly, he had a bad childhood, but there's no bad childhood that can justify the kind of heinous acts that this man has committed. And I agree. I do think that if this is true, if he was living in his mother's home without being registered as a sex offender and she knew about this, then this child's blood is on her hands.
Let me get to this. This man who molested a 13-year-old girl, it turns out, is the father of twin boys. John Gardner never married the mother. We believe she is Jariah Baker. Here she is from her Facebook page. Baker and Gardner lived together in 2009, not far from Escondido High School, Steve Cardian. That's where 14-year-old Amber Dubois disappeared. To her credit, Baker is now working with authorities on this case.
And Jane, hopefully she can provide them with some insight and information into the case. The timing, the location of where she went missing and where he was at the time that she went missing is just too coincidental.
It's so disturbing, and we're going to stay on top of this one coming up right after the break.